This is a reading video for Durarara Season 2, Episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus 2 specials, one we missed last time and a new one added onto it, to a total of 6 episodes we get to watch today. So click in the link in the description below to go watch my reaction, and then come back here to see my full thoughts, ideas, and theories about these episodes and the whole premise of season 2 so far and all that kind of stuff. So click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in these episodes. There's a slight, very slight, not safe for work warning on one of the episodes. You'll know. I pop it up on screen. So just fair warning. Click away now. Okay, so let's go ahead and hide this because we don't need it. Yeah, the little not safe for work thing was just like salty, basically on the operating table, whatever, for one of the new girls. The mom of Salty, mom. Anyways, it was a great group episodes. I had a lot of freaking fun watching this. There was so much to it. I love the new characters. The twin sisters, the Maru and Kururi. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. I had to take those off of a site or whatever about the two characters, so I'm not sure. I have to go back and listen to them, so it might be a little while until I get their name down. Not that any of the characters I ever get right, anyways, but you get what I mean. The twins, basically. The geeky one and the shy one. Them, as well as a new character that I didn't even look up. And the new boy, whatever, in the school as well, who seems to be like a bad guy or something. he's like he's like some kind of higher up villain because he's shooting for Izia. He's like wanting to go like attack Izia, get him out of the way, and then get everybody like for himself, kind of thing. Like, so I don't know what's up with that, but the twins are cool. I like them a lot. They're pretty cool. I liked how Izia didn't like them because they were different. Like, they're not acting like twins, right? Because genuinely, the majority of twins, I should say, tend to look like each other. So that way, because they look the same kind of thing, so they tend to wear the same stuff, act the same way, genuinely, that kind of thing. But these twins took it and flipped it. So they are an exact opposite of each other, on purpose. They did that on purpose. At a young age, apparently, they drew straws like to see who's going to do that kind of thing, which is really cool. Like, I kind of like that concept. But yeah, so Kururi is the shy one. She's the one with the gym clothes and everything. She's also, I think, she's out of the two, she's a stronger one. She said it in the episode that she wasn't, but I think that's just modesty, whatever. I think she really is probably the strongest one. And then Maru, the geeky one, the one with the glasses and everything, and who wears the school uniform. Yes. She's the one who's like more outgoing and bubbly and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if to some degree they could, if they wanted to, switch places for a day and just see what happens. Because that's some twins, like in movies and everything, that do that sometimes, or they're like, oh yeah, just wear this outfit and act like this, and you'll be fine. It's just like just push them out the door kind of thing. So I'm wondering if these girls can do that. Like, they can all of a sudden just like switch clothes, switch personalities, or not switch personality, but like act differently. And they'll pass as like each other, or whatever. I wonder if that's like one thing that's gonna be gone. But they're the sisters of Izia, so they're probably, I don't know. I don't think they're evil. I truly don't think that they're evil. They're just like wanting to go to school and have a good time, kind of thing. Like, that's kind of like their thing. Whereas Izia, I think, is out of school because he was in school with Shizuo. So yeah, I think he's out of school, doing his own thing pretty much. So they're in school currently. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with them and everything. Like I said, they're pretty cool characters. I like them a lot. We got to see more about Kazuka, Shizuo's brother, the actor. We got to see more about him and everything. Uh, a good solid, like maybe 2 episodes or something like that dedicated to him. Three, because like they had the news broadcast like in the first episode. I think it carried over to the second episode, and then there was the whole bit with the new girl, Hollywood, um, which I will refer to her as Hollywood because it's way easier to pronounce and remember and all that good stuff. So apologies if you take offense to me calling her Hollywood. That's just what the show called her. So there you go. Anyways, him and Hollywood, that scene and everything where he rescued her and everything, was really, really cool. This show is so good. I love it. Like every single episode. I don't know. I don't think. I guess I've just kind of, well, yeah, going through season one, I've seen this happen a couple times, kind of thing. But for some reason, maybe it was every episode. But what I'm trying to say is, every episode it seemed like they always showed a teaser of like the endings of whatever of the episode, and then jumped back in time to lead up to it, kind of thing. Which I love. I freaking love that kind of thing. But I think season one didn't do that as often. I think it just kind of started up where it left off and then continued on, kind of thing, and maybe jump back if there's some kind of uh, plot device or whatever that needed to go back in time to see something, whatever they did that flashbacks, that kind of thing. But I feel like it was just like every maybe 5 episodes or whatever, there was something like it hinted at something at the very end of the episode, kind of thing, and then went back and seen how they seeing how they got up to that point. These episodes, I think all 4 of them, including these specials, I believe, I think both specials. Not the second one, not the one that we saw in season two, the season two special, the one at the very last special we saw. That one didn't have one because it was just like it was just him showing up to the pop party and then like you know kicked off there, kind of thing. We did go back in time to kind of see some plot devices, which was really cool. But there was no kind of underlining like hint or whatever at the very start of the episode, because we kind of in a way saw the episode already, or saw them there anyways, regardless, in the actual series. So it was pretty cool to see that. So yeah, so every episode, one, two, three, four, and then the first season special that we saw at the very beginning. All of those episodes, to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, all of them had that like hint or whatever, just like a scene of like Shizuo in the middle of a crowd with a bunch of like signs everywhere, and he's like huffing and puffing, and Celty. I think Celty says, "How did we get up to this point?" or "How did we end up like this?" or something like that. And then it cut away, kind of thing. And they did the transitions very well because there was one time, I believe it was episode 3 or 4, um, when Celty encased when she encased Shinra in the orb and left him there. There was moments where like they'd cut away, like it would be the end of like the teaser, whatever, but they'd cut away to the past, but there was no mention of it, so it seemed like it was happening right after that, kind of thing. But like in reality, nope, that's like in the future. Actually, no, his no, that's right. His flashback or his like teaser moment, whatever, was him breaking the fourth wall and literally saying like, "You want to see what happened how I ended up like this? Let's go back and find out," kind of thing. That's what he did. I remember that. Okay, but there was something else in, I think, episode 1 and 2 that it was very. If you weren't paying attention, like hardcore, like you'd miss that it was like going back in time, kind of thing. We actually got to see Shizuo without blonde hair. We actually just got to see him in school with his normal hair, which matches his brother's hair. Which I made a big deal. I was like, I paused it for a second in my reaction, and I was like, "This is weird." And then all of a sudden, like, it just like immediately answered my question, like that I had like about it, which is funny. Um, but we had that, and Masaomi had different hair as well. So I'm wondering why he changed his hair. Maybe to fit in with the Yellow Gang kind of thing, or that's when he made the Yellow Gang was to, or Yellow Scarves Gang, whatever. Um, because he changed his hair to yellow so that way he can better match the gang or whatever. I'm not sure. Anyways, long story short, at younger age he had dark hair. Um, like a light dark. I don't know what like not blonde or whatever that he is now. So having Masaomi flashbacks were pretty cool. Like and actually, them hunting beetles and everything were pretty cool. Um, showing you just how much of a good guy he was. There was so much in these episodes. It was so fun. Silty getting chased by the cop again. That was right. Yeah, that was the scene that I that was teased that it was hard to see if it was a flashback or not, or flash forward. Sorry, because at the start of the episode, Celty was getting chased, and then I instantly thought that was just like we're just jumping right into it kind of thing. But no, that was like the end of the episode or something like that, or generally like the midpoint of the episode, whatever, where that point led up to. But I loved those moments in it where they'd show us a scene that happened, and then they jump back in time to see what happened kind of thing and to lead up to that point. And then once it gets to the point that we already saw, it literally like sped up, like it like almost like a record, like speeding up kind of thing. Like they like just fast forward it through the whole scene. Like that was so freaking funny. It was so good. Like we saw the entirety of the teaser at the very beginning of the episode where Celty was getting chased by the cops and the news broadcast. And then when she was turning corners and everything left and right, left and right, left and right, whatever. And then turned into horse mode, went up the wall, made a kite, and flew off, kind of thing. That's what we saw at the teaser. And then in the episode, it was leading up to the whole scenario and how she was asked by the news people why she didn't have lights or tags or anything on her bike, and then she just said like, well, might as well like say that I'm a monster or something like that, and just says like because it's a horse, and they're like, yeah, right, and then the horse like appears. I freaking love the horse so much. But yeah, so that's what started off this whole thing, the whole chase, or whatever. And then it literally fast forwarded all the way through the whole thing that we saw about her getting chased by the cop, or the cop and the news going left, right, left, right, left, right, turning into a horse, going up the hill, and or building. And then we saw what actually happened up there. They thought she like made a glider and like flew away kind of thing. That's where the cop went to go like chase after her. In reality, she was up there. She summoned like a shadow clone of herself and sent it out basically. And I think it was held on by a thread. The back of the glider, it looked like it had a thread like going all the way back to her. So I'm not sure if she was able to kind of like cut the thread in a sense, basically to evaporate the shadow, or was that just like part of the shadow kind of thing, just have like a long tail kind of thing to the end of it. It looked like it was a thread almost to Celty, so that way she can just like really like cut it, and just like have it disappear. But she was up on the roof for a little while, and then she lost her money. and then she had to go find the money. And then apparently the twins got the money back to her, which was really cool. I like that. But they did spend like, I think they spent 200 grand. Yeah, well, not grand, 200,000 to pay off the Shinra because he helped the new guy. Uh, so yeah, I mean, there was I think I counted in my episode, but I think there was 5 new characters introduced this season, which were the 2 twins. I think his name is Igor, and then the new boy in the class that's like evil or whatever, and then yeah, the Hollywood. her showing up and everything. So I like Hollywood. Hollywood was pretty cool. I loved what she did at the very end when she was helping Celti and Igor when she came in. Like she had the almost like a Doulahan outfit, like just made specifically for this occasion kind of thing. Like I'm loving that she can do that. She could just like make an outfit, make her look all beef and like all that kind of stuff because in reality she's not headless, so she has to hide in the armor kind of thing. But because it's her shoulders are up here kind of thing, or not like all the way, but like just probably like right here to like the little bit right here like makes it look like there's nothing there. She makes it look all more beefy in a way, which is really freaking cool. I wonder if she's gonna appear later on, in that outfit to help Celtia out, like if she needs it, kind of thing. Because they're monsters in arms, kind of thing, which is really really cool. So yeah, her, Celti, and Henri, but all three of them are internal monsters, basically, like in a sense. They're all three like legends. Well, I guess except Hollywood. Hollywood's not really like a legend. She's more so just like an anomaly, or like at one point she will be a legend in a way, like much like Shizuo is like a legend or like a myth or whatever. The guy who could pick up anything, or he's like the strongest man in the world, stuff like that. Um, Hollywood's like the one that is like shows up with Hollywood um, costumes and kills people. Which to right now we're not sure exactly who she's killing, um, but I bet you it's for a good reason to some degree, right? Like these people are bad, and she's like cleaning up the streets, or maybe because she's in a uh, the Hollywood world or whatever. Um, Maybe these guys uh, are actors or something. Not sure. But all the people that she's killing, to my knowledge, I think maybe okay, well, for one of the victims that she killed, she left him like bare. Like she like scratched not scratched, but dug into his body like so severely that like they couldn't identify him. Um, and then the girl next to him, like just covered in blood. Um, so I'm not sure if that's all the victims or just that one in particular. So I'm not sure what her MO for killing is. Like, does she like skin them and then just like deform them or whatever, or does she just should have just kill some of them? Um, but Hollywood and Kazuka are in a way like together, maybe not together, but like they have a thing. At least there's something's there, which the broadcaster, whatever the network that they're in, is taken advantage of. Basically, so I'm wondering how that's going to play out and if that's going to affect Hollywood's thing, which I don't know. Um, so yeah, so Celti has a bounty on her, thanks to the said network. Um, they want they wanted Celti because she was on the news, because the news was chasing her, kind of thing. Um, the whole like breaking news thing about like the monsters like here kind of thing. They're chasing them. That van was very suspect when it was like just like it was cutting corners like a bike. Like it was just like it was keeping up to them like very easily, which is very strange. Um, Anyways, that's just a side note. But yeah, so it was really cool to see uh, all the backstories for all the characters. We got to see more backstory of Henri, and uh, what's her name? Hold on, let me look up. Shoot, what is her name? I'm gonna have to pull up this sheet again. Um, well, this sheet does not have her. Anyways, Henri's used to be BFF. Seiji's whatever fake Salty. That girl, the one with the scar. She uh her and Henri had a lot we had a lot of backstory with them, which was actually pretty cool. We got to see how they were in school. We got to see bullies and everything attacking Henri. Yeah, they were attacking Henri, and then that's when she showed up to help him out. and that's how they met basically, and they've been friends ever since. And then there's a moment where on the bullies got to the girl. She was the like I guess they're down to two friends basically, like Henri and her left basically, and she's like the leader of the little group or whatever. I don't know what happened to the other girls. They're probably just like either got new friends and moved on or left or I'm not sure. But Henri was the only last one left, basically of her group. Um, and the bullies tried to get her to douse her in water and all that kind of stuff. Um, so it was really cool to see her actually like take up arms and like literally beat the crap out of all the bullies, single handedly. Honor did nothing. She just stood there. But I actually like to see that at least back then she's able to like defend herself where she was strong or with something like that. Like it's kind of cool to see that a little bit more backstory on her because as far as we know since that episode she's been like just a stalker kind of thing. Like that's just been her thing. So it was pretty cool to see her in a new light in a way, and just like she wasn't focused on a boy, she was focused on herself and her friend, which was kind of cool. So I mean, there's so much to happen in these episodes. They're just so fun. I always say this on all my reactions or all my redirects or whatever. I love the threads, like of all the things that are happening, all coming together, kind of thing. It's so freaking well done. I love every moment of it. It's so freaking fun. Yes, that's a word. There was, was a moment in I think it was early on, episode 1 or 2. Uh, we saw one version of what happened, and then we jumped to somebody else, and we saw where they met up with that version, right? Like it just kept going back like that. I think it like happened 3 times, potentially 3 times. The scene I'm thinking of is the park where Shizuo knocked out Hollywood and Igor. I feel like no, that was only seen by twice. No, that was 3 times. Yes, because Shizuo knocked out Hollywood and Igor, and then they went flying both the different directions. Igor landed next to the twins. The twins picked him up and took him to Simon's place to get healed up and everything, thanks to Shinra, who who was called away from helping Hollywood thanks to Kazuka. Okay, it's so funny. Okay, so Shizuo knocked Hollywood and Igor away from the park. They landed in 2 separate locations. They were both picked up by people. Um, Shizuo's brother picked up Hollywood. Kazuka picked up Hollywood. Took him to, or took her back to his house, and then had Shinra come and heal her up, kind of thing. Running parallel to that was when Igor landed. He was really roughed up and bloody and all that kind of stuff. So he met up with the twins. The twins took him to, yeah, the twins took him to Simon's place, and they had to call Shinra, who was over here helping Hollywood. He left early because he was mad because he was gonna leave a pop store or whatever, one autograph and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, he left Hollywood and he went over to Igor, fixed him up, and then left. Like it was so freaking funny. Like I love stuff like that. It's just like Shinra didn't know that these two cases were the same. He didn't know that Shizuo was the cause of both incidents. He didn't know any of that. He just showed up, healed that person, left, healed that person, and then left, went home. And then that is when that's when he got up to Celti, where she was in the bubble, whatever, and dragged him in there, basically, and then like had a little moment, and then left him there for like a couple hours, I'm guessing, until the mob showed up, basically. So it's like there's so much. I love this show. It's so fun. Um, there was another moment where we got to see a different perspective on things. I'm trying to think of what it was. I believe it was earlier on. Maybe it was later on in the episodes. But the point is, I love how there was one big moment that happened, and then we jump to a different person, see their day, and see how they end up at that moment, kind of thing, which is really freaking cool. Just all these strings and everything just like floating around, and they all intersect under like one bit, just like where they all come together for one thing, kind of thing. The special was pretty funny with all the backstory kind of flashback moments, but also I love the very end of it where it was something like Izia was saying how the chat room, which I'll get to in a second. I gotta remember the chat room because I want to mention and talk about that. But yeah, so he was in the chat room talking with people, and everyone was talking about how they were at the pot party or whatever you want to call it. And he kept saying in the chat, he's like, "It's winter," like, like, or no, was it winter that was supposed to be the. Anyways, it was the wrong season. Like that was it was like it was not the the correct season for the pot party, kind of thing. So I liked how that was like said, and then like later on, he wanted to have a pot party. He's like, "Do you want to have a pot party with me?" And she's like, "Nope." She's like, cooked everything for him and then left, kind of thing. Just like he's like the only one at his own party. And then even the guys at the very end, Celty and all of them, they all mentioned like being alone at a pot party like is like the worst thing ever. And then there's Easy just like lighting the thing. It's like by himself. Like it was so freaking funny. Okay, back to the chat. Okay, so the chat room was upgraded, as they said. It got an overhaul, whether an update or something on their end or whatever. Anyways, regardless, they have pictures now, more so over than just colors now. So Henri's red, we know that. Masaomi is green, I think. All right, let me. I think he's green. I could be wrong on green. Okay, anyways, uh, Mikado is a shade of blue. There's somebody else who has blue, I think. I think there is. Yeah, there was a new person in there. I don't remember seeing their color and who they are, and they sounded different. Not sure about them. But yeah, Salty's black. Gray, black, whatever. Obviously, Izia is yellow. But then there are the twins, who hopped in, and they got their own color and everything. So it's kind of cool that they're all like in the same chat room, and only. Okay, so this is where it gets complicated. So it's one chat room. I think like up to this point, I think like maybe like 6, 7 people, 8 people probably. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 to 8, I think. 8 being the one, like there's like a dark blue name that I can't remember if that we've seen them talk. If that is Mikado or not, I'm not sure. Anyways, 7 to 8 people, right? In that list of 7 to 8 people, for example, Celty only knows about Henri and Mikado and then Izia. She doesn't know about the twins. She doesn't know about Masaomi, I don't think. She doesn't know. Wait, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then Mikado, he only knows Celty and Henri, I think. Masaomi, definitely. And Izia, he doesn't know about the twins. So it's like everybody knows at least 3 or 4 people in the group, but the rest of them, they don't know who they are. But at this point, they've all met each other, but they're still under screen names. So like they're not like the twins haven't revealed. Sorry, the twins haven't revealed that they're part of like this chat room, whatever. Um, and someone has mentioned in the past, and I've took it to heart when they said it too as well, in the past, whatever. But this chat room isn't the dollars chat room. It's just a chat room. Because like the dollars operate through forums and everything, not chat rooms. So they post like a forum post kind of thing, like I need help kind of thing, and then they go from there. Um, so I remember someone saying that like in season one, basically. So I know that that's the case, kind of thing. So it's interesting that um, this new chat room is getting updated because I'm not sure if it's like just like almost like AIM or like Discord or something like that, like where it just get like some company owns it and they just upgrade the servers or something like that, or if it's just like one of their own chat servers that they kind of just log in and talk to each other or whatever. But Izia's secretary, the one girl who is Seiji's sister, um, she apparently let out the information to the twins to join the chat room, so that way they can interfere with his plans or whatever. I guarantee the sister, the secretary girl, is trying to long con Izuya's like downfall. Just like there's something there that she's like just slowly like undermining him to a certain degree so he's not too suspicious, but like just slowly like getting him down to a point where he's manageable. Like he hates his twins, so she says like, "Oh, so he hates them, right? Let's invite them to the chat room so that way like he can see that like that is like, something bad that he doesn't want to happen or doesn't want to talk to them or whatever." So I think it's some kind of long con with her, which is going to be really interesting to see where that goes and what she does to undermine all of his stuff and everything. But overall, it was really cool. It was like really freaking fun episode. I had a lot of fun watching all of this stuff. It was like 6 episodes, 2 hours long, whatever like that. It was really fun. Um, we had to see a little bit of Erica and Walker too, with their all kinds of. There's a really cool moment when they were in the truck, car, van, whatever, and they were talking about shows, and they mentioned a certain magical index, and I'm just like, I know that one. Like it's like I'm watching it right now. So that was pretty cool. And then there was like some kind of fantasy scene or whatever. I think at the pop party, um, when they were talking about Kiyohe when he was, I can't remember the fantasy, but like Erica put him into a fantasy like with like a bunch of girls kind of thing, and one of them was Index, like from certain magical index. So that's pretty funny. And then I can't remember. There's another girl there that looked like Railgun, but I'm not entirely sure on that. And then two other girls, I have no idea. Two other anime girls that I'm not sure about. But yeah, so that was pretty cool, like kind of nod kind of thing. Just like when they said that, I'm like, wait, what? I'm just like, Index, what? Like it was really funny. Anyways, I feel like that's it. It was a fantastic group of episodes. I had a lot of really fun with it. Um, cannot wait for more. Uh, not sure how many episodes are in the next batch, but expect three to four or more kind of thing, depending on what matches up better kind of thing. Uh, Total, we have about 60 episodes, um, and I'm not sure how many episodes are in this part because season 2 was broken up into 3 parts, I think. Part 1, 2, and 3. Um, but they go by different names. They're like this one's SHOU, I think, SHOU, for part 1. So I'm not sure how many episodes are in this part in particular. But regardless, we still have a lot of episodes to go, which is really cool. I love this show. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what is your favorite bit of these 4 episodes. Mine would probably have to be the horse coming back again, like the Dullahan horse, Stealthy's horse. Like I just love freaking seeing the horse, like just like it's so huge too. Like, like I know horses are huge, but this it looks like way bigger than like a normal horse would. But seeing it run up the wall and then like the gliders show up, kind of thing, like that was like a really freaking cool moment. But there's so many good moments that I would love for you guys to let me know what your favorite moment is. What do you think of the new girls? Obviously, no spoilers. Uh, for future content. I want to talk about the episodes that we've seen in this episode and past ones. Don't talk about future events. We'll get to those in due time. If you spoil anything, your message will be deleted, so do not be a dick. Don't spoil anything. Not only for my benefit, but for others as well who are new to the series or are watching it along with me, or however you want to say it. Don't be a dick. Don't spoil anything. But yeah, I would like to know what you, if this is the first time watching, what your impressions are of the other new characters, and has your favorite character switched? Saying thanks to these new characters, kind of thing, because there's, like I said, there's 5 new characters. Yeah, I always have to count. I'm like, there's the twins, and then just the guy. Yeah, the 5 new characters. Has your favorite character switched yet? Or is it still the same? I think mine is still probably Celty. But yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for some more Durarara. Take care, buddy.
裏切りの夕焼け厄介に絡みつく汗を切り裂くようにしてマシンは叫ぶ歌うように